Hello, everybody. It's Sarah here with Purple Angel Oracle. I just wanted to get on today and discuss a couple things that my higher self channeled through me, some downloads I got. This happened yesterday, actually, and this is regarding certain conflicts that we're still struggling with, okay, that are deep rooted. So, most likely conflicts that have been with us the majority of this lifetime, okay? This could be like self-image issues, addictions, OCD behavior, certain things that we just cannot seem to kick, no matter how hard we try, right? Because we're on this ascension path and we're really trying to heal and clear. And there's moments where we're like, well, why am I not able to get rid of this, right? No matter how hard we try. And what I got, it came to me very quickly when I was meditating on it, is that these conflictions are most likely gonna stay with us until this major shift happens, okay? This major shift into the 5D. And this is because we need the contrast, okay? So once the shift happens, we're going to be able to feel the bliss and the relief that comes once that conflict is released, if that makes any sense. So it's like you need the dark to see the light, right? It's just so we can have that contrast, right? So when the shift comes in and it changes, we'll be able to tell how we were feeling before and how amazing we feel once the shift happens, okay? So if that's something that you've been struggling with or worrying about, that's what I got from my higher self or source, was that these things, don't worry about them, okay? It doesn't matter. This is happening regardless, okay? Let your higher self, God, source, whatever you believe in, take over, because you already planned this out perfectly for yourself. And nothing you do or you don't do is going to change this process, okay? But that is what I got, was that we have to have this contrast in order for that bliss and that relief to feel as amazing as it's supposed to, okay? So that was something I got. Also, I would like to mention a dream that I had about the actual shift. So this event, right? This major event that's supposed to take place, and everybody has different views about when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, what it is, okay? And I don't know how exactly it is going to happen, okay? I do, though, because I had a dream and I have a deep feeling within me that it's going to happen very quickly when it actually does happen, okay? So in my dream, this was a very vivid dream of mine. I was with family. It was in a strange place, strange house I wasn't very familiar with. I didn't really pay attention to that so much. But I remember it happening. I remember the shift happening. Something changed. And even certain family members of mine that aren't consciously going through this, consciously ascending, right? They felt it. I saw their faces change. And my dad, who is consciously going through this with me, we're both on the same level, which I'm very, very blessed to have that in my life. I remember looking at him and saying it happened. I just said it happened. And he said, yes, it did. And we both felt it. And it literally happened within seconds. Like a snap of your finger. It was so incredibly quick. And that's all I remember. I don't remember the feeling that came from it, which is strange. I don't remember, because during my spiritual awakening back in 2013, I did feel that bliss, 5D, higher dimensional feeling. So I am familiar with that feeling. So I know what I'm looking forward to here, okay? And I'm here to tell you it's absolutely incredible. But I didn't necessarily feel that in my dream. And that doesn't mean that's not how it's going to feel. It's just I think that's where I woke up. It was like it happened. And it was super, super quick. So I just wanted to share that with you. Yeah, like I said, I do feel like it's going to happen very soon. There's this really big buildup going on in the collective. And we're manifesting this. We're making this more intense, right? And something's about to give here very soon. I also wanted to share an experience that happened about 2 weeks ago. I was sleeping, right? It was like 5 a.m. My husband rushes in the bedroom, wakes me up and says, "You have to come out here, get up," freaking out. And he said that my face was priceless. I just jumped out of bed and I was like ahead of him. And honestly, the first thing I thought in my head was, they're here, because he's always looking at the stars and really interested in that. Well, he just so happened to wake up randomly at 5 a.m. and go outside. And I go out there and I look up in the sky and we just see a line. It looked like stars in a perfect straight line, just moving across the sky going north, which would be towards Mount Shasta from where I'm at. Just moving, not very fast, but they were coming out of nowhere in the sky too. It was like a dark abyss. They were just popping up out of nowhere and traveling across the sky. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. It totally shifted my reality for the moment there. It felt like a dream. You can imagine seeing something like that all you want, but when you do see it, it still is a completely unexpected feeling and experience. So it was absolutely incredible, and it lasted, I don't know, I'd probably say 5 to 10 minutes. These star-looking lights traveling across the sky and perfectly synchronized, coming out of, like I said, a dark abyss. Well, my first thought is, they're here, this, hello, my friends and family, hello, right? And they're, I didn't know where they were coming from. Well, we ended up finding out, my husband found out that, I think it's SpaceX sent out like 60 satellites in the beginning of November. And that could have very well been it, but, the feeling I got from it was something different. So I, partially believe that's just a cover up, to be honest here. The Starlink has been seen by several people, but we were lucky enough, if that is what it was, whatever, we were still lucky enough to see something like that in the sky. And it just totally was kind of preparing me, because you can't really prepare yourself to see something like that truly until it actually comes into your reality. So whatever it was, it prepared me. But we were just very lucky to see that. And I would love to know if anybody else has seen that in the night sky or in the early morning sky, because that was absolutely incredible. So I just wanted to share that. Another thing I was discussing with my dad, this is totally shifting from the Starlink discussion we were just having, is that so the majority of people on planet Earth are unconsciously ascending. So we are all ascending, okay? Anyone alive right now, from what my higher self has told me, is everyone is ascending, okay? That's the most amazing thing about all of this, okay? It's just before this lifetime, some of us chose to ascend without knowing it, without consciously ascending, okay? And us light workers chose to consciously watch this happen, okay? And that way we could watch the beauty of all of it. And then the moment that it does happen, it's going to be absolutely incredible, because we got to watch the buildup. We got to create the buildup. So we chose to do this. So everyone is ascending. It's just some of us are unconsciously doing it, okay? So everyone's going through the same shifts, all the same things. They just they're not consciously aware of what's actually going on, okay? some are, some aren't. That's something my dad and I were discussing. And it's like the moment that we're in right now. It's like the moment humans became aware, right? So in our evolution process here, it's like, Adam and Eve too. They say, they started wearing animal skins, or, I don't know the exact wording of that part of the Bible there. But that was the moment that, humans realized they were actually naked. We had self-realization, that it's hard to explain. That moment where we just became aware that we are human, or whatever word we had for that at the time, right? Well, we're at a new moment. This moment is where we're actually remembering who we truly are. Okay, so it's it's the same. It's an evolutionary jump. It's an evolutionary process here. It's just, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's all natural. It's all beautiful. It's all synchronized. It's all exactly how it's supposed to be. It's just another evolutionary shift that we actually have gotten to a point where we can consciously watch it and be a part of it, which is the most incredible thing. Like, oh, I'm getting chills. It's just, this is just so amazing. It really is. And it all has to come in small doses before this great shift does happen, this major event, right? Because if this transition happened all at once, it would literally kill our physical bodies, because it's such a huge change that we're going through. And I just want to let you guys know, my fellow light workers out there, you're doing just an amazing job by just letting this shift happen, by just letting these upgrades come in, by sitting with it and enduring it. You chose to do this hard work by transmuting this energy and helping others. So I just want to say thank you. And I'm very blessed to be a part of all of this with you. Yeah, it's, this entire Earth experience was our journey to remembering what we are, okay? And what we're currently seeing is just